So your editing lesson today is going to be about sentences and fragments. And we want to make sure that in our writing that we do not have any fragments. And a fragment is an incomplete sentence that is lacking a subject and a main verb. And if you forget what a subject of the sentence is, a subject is the person or thing that is the topic of the sentence. It is usually somebody that is doing the verb. So the subject and the main verb need to be connected. Okay? So for example, let's take a look at our first complete sentence. I walked into the store yesterday. See if you can take a minute and identify the subject. So your subject is going to be I, and then your main verb is going to be walked. Okay, so the subject is doing the walking, and that's your subject and your main verb. Same thing here. We have a subject and a main verb. This subject is doing the running. Okay, try this one. See if you can label the subject and the main verb. So Hannah is the subject, and forgot is the main verb. Okay? So to be a complete sentence, it needs to have both of those things. If it is missing one of those things, we call it a fragment. And a fragment is sort of like a partial sentence, but we cannot label it a complete sentence until we add what it's missing. So sometimes we might be missing the subject. Left his wallet on the bus. This is a fragment. We're missing the subject, so we might need to add the subject he left his wallet on the bus. So we have the subject he, and he is doing the leaving. So that's your main verb. Try the next one. What kind of pizza I wanted. Okay, so we need to add the main subject again. I didn't know what kind of pizza I wanted. Okay, we have the verb here, but we need to add the beginning of the sentence that includes the main subject. And this one, forgot my homework. We need to add the subject. Who forgot their homework? I forgot my homework. It's also a fragment if you're missing a main verb. Okay, a story with a great ending. We're missing a main verb. Okay. It was. Okay, was is our main verb. We need to add in there. Okay. It was a story with a great ending. Toys of all kinds everywhere. We need to add there were toys of all kinds everywhere. And then quite an accomplishment. It was quite an accomplishment. Okay. Let's look at a couple more fragments and see if you can fix them. Okay. How about this one? A fourth grader, Ryan Kent. This is going to be a fragment. See if you can think about what it's missing. So we have our subject, Ryan Kent. We need a main verb. A fourth grader, Ryan Kent, forgot to do his homework. Okay, so we're missing the main verb here. How about this one down here? Number 6. Scored 5 awesome goals in one game. What are we missing? Subject or main verb? See if you can think of it. So we're missing a subject. This is a fragment, and we're missing a subject in this sentence. So we would need to add Jonathan scored 5 awesome goals in one game to make it a complete sentence. Okay? So take a minute and go through your draft and see if you have any fragments that you can fix. So pause this video and see if you can fix any fragments. So now that you've fixed all your fragments, take a look at this page about run-on sentences. And a run-on sentence happens when we have two or more complete ideas combined incorrectly. Okay? So a run-on happens when we don't have enough signals. So things like commas, semicolons, or connecting words, which we call conjunctions, in order to make it not a run-on. So we want to make sure that we always have enough signals every time we start a new idea in a sentence. So, for example, right here, we have a run-on. Jalen takes the bus to school, Kyle rides his bike. Okay, we do not have a signal when the idea is changing. Okay, so we need to fix it in one of three ways. Okay, second one, we went to the movies, it was really fun, we saw the One Direction movie. Okay, we have three different ideas going on there, so we need a signal each time we change ideas. So let's look at the three different ways we can fix a run-on. Number one, we can write the independent clause as two separate sentences, separating them with a period. Okay, so Jalen takes the bus to school, Kyle rides his bike. We add a period between the ideas. Okay, so let's see if we can fix this one that way. We went to the movies, it was really fun. We saw the One Direction movie. Okay, we would put a period here. We went to the movies. Okay, make this a capital I, because that's our first idea. Second idea, it was really fun. Okay, and then we have our third idea, we saw the One Direction movie. So that's one way you can fix it, by putting a period in between the two ideas. Another way we can fix it is by using a semicolon to separate two separate ideas, but we have to make sure those ideas are directly related. Okay? So we wouldn't say something like, I went out to dinner the other night, and then say, I like popcorn. That makes no sense. The sentences are not connected or related. Okay? So let's see if we can fix this one using a semicolon. Jalen takes the bus to school, semicolon, Kyle rides his bike. We're talking about how Jalen gets to school and how Kyle gets to school. So a semicolon is appropriate there. Okay? The third way we could fix it is by using a comma and a conjunction, so a connecting word, and, but, or, nor, etc. So I fixed it this way for Jalen's sentence. Jalen takes the bus to school, comma, conjunction, but Kyle takes his bike. So let's see if we can fix this one. We went to the movies, comma, and it was really fun. Okay, and then I'm fixing this one with a period and a capital letter. Okay, so go back to your draft and see if you can fix any run-on sentences that you have using one of these three strategies.